Okay. Where is keyboard? Because I can't look at my levels because. Oh. Okay, good. Yeah, I had the. The little nail said. Okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah. Nupi said, Krista 202 high. That works better for me. Okay. That solves that problem until I figure out if I can get something other than a ball joint. If I put it at the wrong angle, it's not going to work. So let me restart what I was yammering about before I didn't know I didn't have audio. Today's going to be a very, very chill stream. 2 parts. I'm hungover. I will gladly tell people that, yes, I am hungover. And then the other part is we're at the beginning of a new project. Yes, new project, because we finished this. I did finish this off stream. It is fully functional and fully ready to go. Walnut handles. Too much rum? No, actually probably too much wine. Only a little bit of rum and some beer and wine. So we've got ourselves. Way to start a new project hangover. Oh yeah. Well, the first stream, like Nail, you know this. The first stream of the new project, well, other than me cleaning up a little bit, is me pulling out boards and measuring them. So being hungover is kind of prerequisite. You know, finish a project, get trashed, be hungover, start a new project. Not really trashed. We just had a few friends over. We were celebrating that our house is actually livable now. We don't have boxes everywhere, and we've got the art hung up on the walls instead of just leaning against one wall kind of thing. You know, so we had friends over. Where do I want to put? You know what? Blades can go over Mom. Actually, up here, because that is going to be the safest place for blades. Oh, on top of the coping saw blades. That makes sense. All right, get the fro out of the way. I was splitting wood because we had a new fire pit as well, so had to use the fro to split wood. You get what I'm saying? Like, we were active. I really need to put like a nail in the wall and just hang the fro up, because it does take up space, and I need to have it hung somewhere. I'll put it next to the axe for right now. Okay. No, that's a stupid idea. We'll put you here. All right, now we need to get my panel saws off. I had to move them because I did get one board because I knew I was going to need at least that board. Need or really wanted that board for what we're building. For right now, because we're not cutting anything. We're not even breaking down stock today. That's how boring it's going to be. Get my little finish corners over here. We're just going to be super boring. Oh, shit. Oh no, Twitch, don't kill me. I did not update that. I feel bad. I was going to update that, but then again, like hungover, I was just like, let's get the stream rocking so I can stop feeling bad for myself. There we go. There's a piece. Freefall Clash said, how does this all work? Oh, it works great. I can already tell if I've got to cut any kind of coving or anything, any kind of curve, I'm going to reach for that over my coping saw. It's got enough throw that it can do it. And right now it's got what's basically coping saw, like maybe a 10 TPI blade or something like that in it. But I've got a, you know, like I can go up to like, I think there's a 22 TPI that came with it as well. So if I got to do really fine stuff, let's just do this here. So the little nail said, is Sarah still in bed? She is also suffering the same malady I am. She is on the... So she may or may not join in, but she was definitely hungover as me. Sorry, this was supposed to be that was supposed to be secret, and you guys, my little ode to Roy Underhill was just supposed to have different things written on this board every time. Speaking of, I'm going to finally get to meet Roy Underhill in September. The first weekend in September, there's not going to be a stream because I'm going to be in Iowa. At the Handworks convention, which is just a hand tool woodworking convention. That's perfect for me. All right, I'm slowly getting stuff organized here, guys. Okay, Minimax can go here. We do want you available because I got to figure out. So this top board here, and I need to also build something to house the saw. Like I'm either going to have it on the top or I'm going to have it under the lid. I guess let's talk about that while we're at it. Yeah, today's going to be a talkie. Sorry, I'm going to be Boyd custom fabbing today. You know, 30 minutes of talk, 5 minutes of woodworking. Hopefully Boyd's not here, hearing me trash talkie stream. No, but yeah, I'm going to be Boyding today and just kind of yammering and going about everything in the slowest, most stupid way. Or not stupid, just chill. Very chill way. So my thought for storage on this is it fits either here or I could. Oh, okay, cool. Then you're gonna love it. Or I could, if I move you out a little, there we go. Now that I know that it does that. Or I could get it situated where it's on the inside here. But I was originally going to put my panel saws on the inside. So I may make a little leather strapping that just holds this to the top. And just have it on display. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, that's probably just something I didn't catch earlier during the flood. But let's see what I can do. We'll put you on the panel saws for right now. All saws go to heaven. So.
For the first time in 10 years yesterday. I was disappointed in their hand tool selection.
Well, yeah, the last time I went to Rockler, it was all power tool, basically. The hand tool selection they had there was disappointing. It's kind of why I go to Woodcraft more, because even though they're...
A ton of power tools and turning stuff.
Yeah. At least Woodcraft has a couple aisles, at least the one I go to has a couple aisles of just hand tool stuff, and the people there actually do hand tool woodworking as well, so it's at least better. So, this book is here for size reference because what we're building is a shaker cupboard, and I'm going to use it as my woodworking book shelf or woodworking material shelf. And I did at least do one thing right. If you hit if you do exclamation point project, it will bring up the project picture and blah blah blah. I did update that beforehand. What was I going to grab? Oh yeah. That's the entire reason I unlocked you. Was I need to get to. Yeah, I'm going to be working at half-mast speed here, guys, so just hold on to your butts. This is going to be a slow one.
Very cool.
All right, there we go. This is what I need, because at some point in time, I stopped using my measuring tape. It's over there. It's right there. Like, you can't tell me, say hello, that I'm doing snake eye DIY going, where's my tape? I've got it. Well, this has got to be the first day that it actually that the OBS cam actually has been following me from the beginning. So this is a size reference, and I wanted to do it off of this because I'm more likely to grab this than a tape while we're working for things. We got what, 12 and a quarter tall. Oh, thank you. This say this.
SHHHHH, don't say the tech is working.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely shouldn't be doing that. That just encourages the end. Okay, I must have measured wrong because I swore my widest book was 10.5 inches wide. This is gonna be fantastic for me. Because I went out and got an extra wide board just to make sure I could do the outside with one piece. Right, 9.5 inches, so 10-inch depth would be fine. Yeah, you never know. I might measure again when I'm sober and it'll be a different number. But this is, like I said, this is the biggest or the tallest and widest woodworking book I have. And like, this is where you get to find out like the kind of weird stuff that I'm into. Like, this is all marquetry or fancy inlay, like picturesque inlay, which I do want to get into, you know, like this kind of stuff. There yet. Are you guys even focused? God, I love being able to see if you're focused from here. Am I in focus? Okay, that looks focused enough. But you know, I want to get to this level. I'm nowhere near, you know, like these kind of levels. But I want to do, you know, marquetry and inlay at some point in time. Because that's just a level of care and understanding. You got to like just go slow and make everything great.
Do you and Sarah have separate bookshelves?
Oh, we have several. No, but yeah. No, it's just, that's a sensitive topic. We used to have a massive bookshelf. It was downstairs in the flood. So we had books on books on books, and we just shared it all. They're all gone. Like my, all of my college tech books are gone. All of my like Michael Crichton books, Stephen King books, Mark Twain books, all that's gone. Like all of Sarah's books are gone. Basically, whatever was upstairs is what's left. And I, for whatever reason, kept woodworking books in my office in a little bookshelf that I found on the side of the road. It was a little solid pine bookshelf someone was getting rid of, and I'm like, that's a solid bookshelf. And I just, so like all of my woodworking books lasted. Sarah's Witcher books are still good, and some of her, you know, like we have one small bookshelf now, like, you know, this wide, maybe this tall, and it's got maybe 30 books on it now. But we used to have like big packing boxes, like 7 or 8 packing boxes worth of books. So that's kind of a sad thing to think about with the flood and everything, but it's one of those things that like when it happened, it was like they're done. Like Sarah was able to save her books strictly because like of the shelves, we put all of her books on the top shelf. So like when we were, you know, scrambling to save stuff, top shelf got cleared. Bottom shelf was already underwater. Sewing stuff got cleaned up and saved before the water came up. It's one of those things that like we didn't have time to like two-man this up the stairs. We literally just picked them up, put it on my bench, and said, I hope to God it's not 3 feet of water. And we were wrong. It was 5.5. Because if it was only 3 feet of water, the tools wouldn't have been even hit by anything because this is 30 inches tall. But no, we're going to be working on building like furniture and stuff for me and Sarah. So we're finally at the point that I said I wanted to get to, what, 3 years ago almost now? November will be 3 years. We're making furniture. So yeah, the exclamation point project will bring up a picture, I hope. I never even tried it. I just kind of updated it and decided, it would help if I'm going to test something. If I bring the keyboard over there, I should just leave the keyboard there.
5 feet of water.
5.5 feet. Phil?
Flash said it works.
Or, okay, good. Yeah, that's what happened with the flood. Yay! It looks nice. I'm glad. But yeah, that is basically what we're building.
I'm 5'2" LUL.
Yeah. So yeah, it was 5 foot. It was about 5'6". I think, what was it, 60? It was like 65 inches of water. So not quite 5.5. But 5.5 minus an inch. Because I measured it once we got the water out. Because that landlord is a scumbag. But anyway, so I have measured.
Ground LUL.
No, we would have gotten you out, Nail. Don't worry. We had to get Max out because Max. It was a storming night, and he was in his doggy den downstairs in the washroom. That was the first thing that came out. I went and just freed Max and said, "Go upstairs now," because at that point in time it was ankle deep. We would have saved you. You're a living thing.
Crying face.
But so we have measured drawings. We've got dimensions. Dimensions mean nothing to me, as you guys know. I'm building it for me, for my purposes. This was probably to house jelly and jelly jars. I want to make sure that it fits for me. All right, another side note. We have a new tool. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. It's a panel gauge. And I'll give you an idea. It's a panel gauge, and it should look fairly familiar because all it is a beefed up marking gauge. What this is for is to make sure you can make parallel cuts on wide boards. It's not as big as I want. This is an 18-inch panel gauge. I kind of want a 24, but I'm not going to pay money for a vintage 24. I'll just build one. But this was stupid cheap because everyone thought it was broken. And it's solid, I want to say it's rosewood. But so I just cleaned it up and took it home.
Flash said, is that rosewood?
I think so. I don't know what the maker is.
Like it.
Yeah, I don't know what the maker is. There's no maker on it. But it does have a patent date. And unless patented August 5th, 1873, and then H.I. Keller looks like the owner. But there's no Stanley stamp, there's no Union, there's no marker stamp. But I mean, it's nice. It's got brass wear strips. So this will actually end up getting used in this project. All right, so let's put the book over here. Like I said, we're going to just be boyding around today. And as much as I said I wasn't going to use the tape, I do need to because my folding rules don't get 8-10 feet long. This right here is my pride and joy. Let me get stuff off of.
What did you pay for it? If you don't mind.
This guy? I think it was $20, if I remember correctly. It's just one of those, I saw it in an antique store and it's just like, that says 20 bucks and that looks like rosewood.
Wow.
Be gone, spider. Thank you. Now I've got to figure out where I'm going to put all of these tools. This I'm not worried about. Okay. You. Take my hex keys and put them where they're supposed to be. Go. And I do have another tool on the way. You guys are gonna laugh because I mean, like, I'm a hoarder of tools at this point. I have a, sorry, my brain is a little foggy. That's the hangover. I have a Record 43 coming. And what that is,
I made 3 Peruvian huevos flanks out of that thing.
wait,
Lava sweat.
Peruvian what? You'd probably make 3 pen blanks out of that thing. For whatever reason, I heard Peruvian. I was like, okay. Yeah, no, this is going to be a pride and joy thing because I mean, that's all, folks. I am going to be using it to make sure that the back and the side panels are even. All right, now, and I'm going to be nursing this water the entire time. Feel free to make me hydrate as much as possible. All right. No, you don't need to see that. Yeah.
Record 43.
Yes, a Record 43. Oh, I got off on a tangent. I found a very cheap Record 43 for about $35 plus shipping. We're not going to talk about shipping. So right now it's making its way across the pond. Let's put it that way. But $35 plus shipping. And what a Record 43 is, oh, this tool's also going to get used in this project. Yeah, we're going to be like talking back and forth about 4,000 things. No. I mean, if you've got enough points, you could always do the painting stream request. I'm pretty sure that's up now. I don't know if you have enough, though. I can always change the limit. I just don't know if you have enough points. So I honestly don't have an idea. Okay, cool. It's like I honestly do not have an idea how many points you guys have. That is one thing I do not have, is that. So this big boy is going to be coming back out for this job because.
I've got 127.7.
Well, shit, I think you.
The big sledgehammer said 73.3K.
Isn't it only like 70? Or did I put it in at 100? What is that amount? Let me wake up my board. Or did I make it ridiculous?
Free Fall Clash said 3.8K.
Yeah, but Free Fall, you're.
Sledgehammer said 7.5K.
Oh, it's 7.5. Okay, cool. I thought it was somewhere in the 70s, because I know it's attainable because, I mean, the dovetail marker was attained by.
That's not yet available.
Which one? Nail? Which redemption? I'm confused. Sorry, I'm hungover. I can't play these games. But no. So what I was going to say is the Record 43 is a smaller version of this that is literally dedicated to making the grooves for like box bottoms and drawer bottoms and stuff like that. So I've got that coming in.
Big Sledgehammer said, I redeemed a hydrate a couple minutes ago.
Oh, pros.
Did you see it?
I did see it. I just thank you for reminding me.
Chance said, hello all.
I thought, hey, Chance, how you doing? I thought Nail said she was waiting for, yeah, I'm saving for a redemption that's not yet available. What are we looking for, Nail? Give me an idea. Is it like a project? Is it special stream? Is it reading?
Sledgehammer said, thank you. Hydration for your hangover.
Yes, it.
Neil said, where you build me something.
Ah.
Thanks.
That's one of those. I'm gonna have to put that in at a fairly high one. Not because I don't want to do it, but because I'm worried that, like, if I put that in, it's gonna be one of those like I can.
Big Sledgehammer said, that's why she's saving up.
That's fine. It's one of those things that, like, it's going to have to be very regulated. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. It needs to be very regulated because
Uncle Neil said, I'll have to pay for shipping or something.
that can be discussed later. But it would have to be regulated because it would end up kind of like Mechaform's stream. No dissing on Mechaform, but I mean, like, he's like 5 projects behind kind of thing. Like it's one of those. I don't want to overpromise and underperform. So I'll have to think.
Old Clash said, I spent all mine on a glue pot raffle. Great BTW.
I mean, wait, who won the glue pot, by the way? I can't remember. Was that you, Freefall?
Me.
Okay, I thought so. It just. Hope you like that thing, by the way. Like I said, I still use mine all the time. Let's get my 45 box back in there. But yeah, so the Record 43 is like a very dedicated, smaller version of the Stanley 45. All right, and now we put the blades back. Is there a blade in? Yeah, there are blades in here. Okay. Okay. Just gotta get these back together again. There. Now they're back together. Oh yeah. I swear we're going to get somewhere someday. Get this over here in knee knocker mode. So we will be using this as well. It's a Stanley 66. It's called a scratch plane base. I think is the technical term for it. But what it is you just put different profile bits in here, and it basically acts like an actual router where like I can do beads and coves and half rounds and stuff like that, so that I can put in small profiles. I have a use for that for this project because there is an awkward bead that you cannot use a plane for. Okay, now that we've made it this far,
66 is missing all but one cutter.
I can get you some spares. I also bought the Lee Nilsson cutters to go with it because the cutters that came with my 66 were kind of rough. All right, so this is going to hurt, guys. So I bought this board specifically. Now we finally test out the layout of this place, and I find a very big problem. Pulling the board off of this is going to be fairly impossible. Okay. Well, as you can see, this guy is extra long. Get on there, Mini-Max. But also, this one is extra wide. We're gonna leave it here for right now. Oh no, we can move it. We can get it going. Mini-Max cam. Right now, Max is feeling a little down because he was a jerk dog. He stole some stuff off the table he shouldn't have been eating. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about that. He is fine. Had a little bit of bad potty this morning, but he's fine. Hopefully he learns to stop stealing stuff off the counter. 1 second. There. Be gone. So I can use the full majesty of my bench, my small bench. This, because I don't actually have measurements on this, but I bought this specifically for the sides and the top of the shelf. And yeah, this is probably the worst side to show you guys, but if you notice, the grain is all over the place in this thing. So I'm gonna have to be very careful planing, very careful everything, because this is curly cherry. Every time I say curly, I almost default to maple, because that's what everyone looks for, is curly maple, curly, you know, like this is curly cherry. It's not extra curly, but it is curly. So it's gonna be the sides and the top, and I may go back and get another piece to be the door panels. You are making a Wallering. Okay, cool. We're still at 63%. But if I remember correctly, it's 15 1/4 wide. Okay, so I thought it was 15.
Very cool.
So and now knowing that I only need 10-inch deep boards. Oh, wait. Brain, okay. Brain, now I know why I was like, I need 12-inch wide boards. Now I know why my brain say that. But I can still celebrate because the part I was worried about was shelves. So, you know, okay, bottom shelf needs to at least be 13 inches deep, tall. Okay, 9.5 wide. You bump an inch for the board, for the backboard. You need at least 11 inches wide. That's why I was like, I might as well just knock it to a foot. You get what I'm saying. That's why 12 inches was in my brain. I forgot to take off the fact. Oh, wait. Yeah, I need at least an 11-inch wide board. Okay, brain's working, and I don't know if you guys understood what I meant there, but like the backboard is not going to be 1/4-inch plywood or 1/4-inch cherry. It's going to be a board like this, just dadoed right into it. So like, you know, just add in another inch because it's all 4/4. So 12 inches would give me enough slop to not worry. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. Big brain, guys, big brain. But that is definitely the big Bertha of the wood. And now I'm kind of just locked in here. I'm stuck here, you guys. I'm gonna have to be here for the rest of the time. What I need to do is take stock of what the rest of my wood is and how long this is. 110.5. So if we're doing math here, 110.5, we could make it about 4 feet tall and still have a 12-inch wide piece if we want to just make it a foot wide. So it'd be a foot by foot. Yes, it's going to be weird and stupid. Sorry, my brain is hovering back to your request, Nail. How big of a thing are you thinking, or should I just say something like build me a box? Is that what we're looking for? That's what we're looking. Yeah, no, we're not going to do furniture grade for the redemption, but I think I'll add in a build me a box because I can build boxes, and you know it can be like a little jewelry box of some form.
The big sledgehammer said, small item.
Small item, so a box. Cool. Or and.
Like a
Bookend box, something like, okay, yeah, build me a, I'll debate how I want to word it, but we'll get one added in for you, Nail. Hey, Yankee. All right, so at 110 inches,
Yeah, box for tarot cards.
I actually need to build a box for tarot cards. Oh, good. Okay. What did we say, 110 and a half? I'm going to go ahead and say take 2 inches off for minor checking, although an inch is probably plenty. So 108 usable wood. Might be a little short, but we'll get there. We'll get it there. And I might be able to reclaim this front piece right here for something. So that's that 100 and, okay, 108 minus 12 is,
Life in Pain said, hello.
hey,
What is
Payne.
this?
We are working on figuring out what boards we have for the next project, which is a shaker cupboard. This is, I intend to use it.
High
Yeah.
LP.
I intend to use it as a bookshelf, like a high-class bookshelf with a door.
Life in Pain said, hey chance.
So here's the basic plans that are in the little shaker book that I have. Disregard any numbers, any dimensions, because I'm building it out of what I have and what I want to do with it. So like I need at least, what was it, a 13-inch tall shelf so that I can put my big boy books in it. This is the biggest, the tallest and deepest book I own for woodworking. So
Be stored in it.
it's planning on being just woodworking books. So that they're separated out, they're in my office, and we can use the communal bookshelf for novels and things like that. So, what did we say? 108 minus 12. I'm cheating here. 1, 2, okay, 108. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it leaves us at 96. Oh, so it'd be 4 foot exact. You cut 8-foot board in half, you'd be 4 foot within reason. That's good. The original one is 51 inches and a quarter, so mine will be around 48. That's nice. Okay. And it might even be more. And if it's only going to be 12 inches deep with this curly cherry, I might be able to use this whole length here, like at the front of curly cherry, as the face frame. We're getting fancy, guys. But yeah, I absolutely love like the grain pattern that's coming out here. Like right here, you can't really tell that's skid marks, but you can tell, like I can tell that there's going to be a warble. Maybe I should get some water on it and show you guys, because it's kind of hard to tell on a camera until you get like finish on it or put a little bit of water on it. Alcohol is probably better to do that trick with though, because like if you're in a place like I am, this is unconditioned space.
Mineral spirits.
You know what I'm talking about, free fall. All right. Also, this most likely will happen off a stream, but we have a chunk of wood
Don't spoil the surprise.
for the, yeah, I don't think I will. But this is a chunk of wood that I'm going to be using to make my leg vise again. I have one piece of southern yellow pine left from building the bench the first time. So we're doing good. There we go. Okay. So we want to do this all out of cherry. What else do we have? We now know we honestly only need like 9 or 10-inch boards for the shelves, and the shelves don't need to be curly.
My grandmother has a cedar cabinet type unit much the same shape as you are planning.
Oh, that's nice. It may, you never know. It could be reproduction shaker. It could be real shaker. I mean, they sold their woodworking a lot. Okay, let's get Mini Max out of danger's way. There we go. What did I stick on? Okay. And yes, this piece of cherry looks like absolute garbage, but that's because it's old. It's been through the flood. It's stable as hell, though. What do we got here? 11 inches wide. We are saved. Shelves. Let me find. I got a grease pen. Shelves. All right. Those are the internal shelves, because that has got to be the widest board of cherry I have otherwise. Everything else is around 7 inches or less. Hell. Like, and Payne, I'll go ahead and excuse myself. I am hungover, so my thought train is going to be all over the place. Shelves. But okay, this is shelves. This is the sides, top, and back. Possibly face frame as well, depending on how the wood breaks down. But it would be awesome if I can get the sides, top, and face frame all out of the curly. And then I need to make a backboard. I could be cheap and make it out of poplar, but I do have cherry. And it would be nice to be like, no, it's all cherry. And here's where it gets interesting. The backboard does not need to be solid. You know, the patron saint of hand tool woodworking, Roy Underhill. Oh, I cheat. I'm going to go ahead and tell you I cheat. I watch his show. If there's a project I'm doing and he's done it, I will watch his show and pick up tricks. But one thing that he is not in these drawings that he said, and also, give me a second. I can't remember his name. Christopher Schwartz has also confirmed this. Is the backboard? It is solid wood. It's not thin panels or anything, but it is tongue and grooved together. So what I can do, and it also a very special kind of tongue and groove. You guys will really like it. I think you'll like it. I'm going to definitely like it. So what it is it's tongue and groove. Like the back of my toolbox. I can't think of words right now. But at the tongue and groove junction, one side is beaded, so it just has like a bead running down it. Reminder, spray that wasp nest. So technically, like, I think Roy Underhill built his with 2 pieces of wood. But I've got a ton of, ooh, that's got knots all in it. Oh, wow. Shoot. Okay, this is all cherry as well, except for that. That's because, but these are too short, and these are, we'll figure out what to do with those later. There's a giant hole in those. How? Okay. Let's look. You are walnut. You are also walnut. This is the other thing. Like when I got it all stacked up, I didn't care if it was walnut. I didn't care if it was cherry. I just wanted it stacked off of other tables that needed to be used for other things. So let's get the stickers down. So I guess, yeah, like I said, I'm randomly jumping topic to topic, but ooh, this has got some water damage. It's still usable, I just might have to cut this much off of it. But it's, okay. That is cherry. Well, let me get the books out of the way. So we may, instead of, oh, that was the pirate hat. We may, instead of one tongue and groove joint, it might be 2 or 3. This is walnut. Okay, walnut. We're going to stack this in a way where I can get to what I need. This is cherry. That's the neighbor's dog. It whines whenever it's left out. Yeah, that is definitely. Is that, or is this walnut?
Free Fall Clash said, "You have too much walnut. You should give some away, Kappa."
I'll look up in my address book, see if you're up for a walnutting. I have more walnut than Boyd. I'm definitely a team walnut person. Okay. I was worried that when Max gets scared and he starts barking that we would be annoying neighbors. I think this is walnut. Yeah, this is walnut. It's just sun bleached, I think. Unfortunately, when I just need to plane it and I'd be able to tell right away. But it looks like. No, but my dad works almost exclusively in walnut. This is walnut. I can tell. This is some of Dad's black walnut. This is cherry. All right, that's cherry. Dad works in black walnut because he has family that lives near a sawmill. So whenever he goes and visits his sister, he goes and gets as much black walnut as he can possibly fit in his truck. So he almost works exclusively in black walnut. And because of that, and also he's getting a little older in age, yada, 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 I get to inherit black walnut and woodworking tools and such. So this is walnut. It's got a little bit of heartwood over there. We're going to restack this so that all the walnut gets to be here. This definitely feels like walnut, so we're going to just call it walnut. A couple stickers.
Free Fall Clash said, "What type of projects does he make?"
He is the one that got me into furniture making in the first place. He does like coffee tables, bookshelves, And then also little like trinkety type things. So like my niece just had her firstborn son. So now I'm a great uncle, I guess. And he made them a rocking horse. Hey, Avarian, we're gonna fix your name. I don't mean it in a bad way. We're just gonna take the CA off of it, so it just says, come on, waking up. Ah, there we go. It's awake. Speaker bot, speaker bot. Also, freefall. Do you want me to just shorten yours to where it just says freefall instead of freefall clash? Users.
Yes.
All right. Well, then we're going to do both. Okay, Newfie already says Newfie, so we need to... Well, hello. I've got a couple of bots in here. We'll figure you guys out later. Why are you guys not?
Just free fall was taken way back when.
Why are... Okay, there. Okay, you're popped up now. There we go. Free fall. You are now free fall. Sorry. This is the hungover stream, so. Okay, that's fixed for free fall. Now Avarian, we're just going to get that CA taken off. Just makes it sound better in chat when it's in TTS. That's all. All right, so free fall, you're free fall now. Let me get my rouge up here. Okay, so that's cherry, and we're gonna, honestly, it's kind of funny that I'm like, we're just gonna restack wood, I guess. I halfway wonder if it's too dark to be cherry, though. Okay, anyway, you're definitely walnut. More stickers. You're most definitely walnut. The other way I know it's walnut is actually I might want to go back and reevaluate these two then, is that most of the walnut is not rough sawn. It's at least S2S or S3S. Because that's Dad. That's walnut. Is it? That's not walnut, but it's also really... I'm actually second guessing myself on some of this because it may have just been sun bleached out to red. Because cherry does turn a fairly dark red color. This I know is cherry. I can tell right off the bat. So that's another board. Oh, come on. I have a 15-foot tall roof. I didn't think I would hit the roofs.
Another way to tell is to plane a small portion and smell.
That's quite possibly what I'm going to have to do. Because a lot of the cherry, as you can tell, is just dirty as hell. These two boards are definitely cherry. And I'm going to restack everything, but I'm going to leave this chair, the big boy is going to be left on the bench because I am not taking that back off the stack. That's cherry. Come on, Mr. Spider. Where you at? There you go. All right, and that's cherry. So we got plenty of boards to make the back boards, because I think we're gonna, the back is tongue and grooved. B, we're gonna do, instead of one bead, we'll do like 3 beads, because these are, you know what, I'm gonna take you up on the challenge here. Where's a block plane? Hit the rough edge. The rough edge should tell me. Walnut. Okay, yeah, this is all walnut of varying levels of sun bleach. Okay. So we've got plenty of boards. Like I said, today is not a really heavily productive day. I'm sorry. We had, yeah. That is, I mean, I would know cherry as soon as I smelt it. It is very distinct compared to walnut. So, this is my current stock of cherry, minus some off-cut boards up here that have a different purpose in life.
Avarian said, never any worries, just doing some finishing
6.
and listening. Laughing face.
6. Okay, looks like we've got a bunch of 6-inch wide cherry, which means the back will be like 4 boards tongue and grooved, so I'll have 3 ribs in the middle. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's all somewhere between 5 3/4 and 6 inches. So those will be back boards. You won't need all of them. I could probably take the best 2, cut them in half, and that's all we would need for that. And then the fun part is figuring out the molding. I'm gonna have to cut a long stick of cherry somewhere, and we're gonna have to mold. Well, actually, no, it doesn't have to be long sticks. It's only gonna be like 12-inch by 12-inch, so like I could cut, you know, like standard 3-foot piece that I usually do, because my sticking boards are 3 foot, so I could cut a couple 3-foot pieces, because the front end and the back end of the molding are gonna be all kinds of gnarly. And then cut out the prime portions of the sticks for the molding. That sounds good. Yeah, we did a thing. And like I said, sorry guys that I'm a little goofball today, because being hungover from having a housewarming party last night. But, oh, come on, Max. But we are doing fairly good. Like, I am very much confident I've got enough wood for this project, which is exactly what I needed to know. Do I have enough wood? And finding out, you know, it's a 15 1/4 inch wide board. I only need 12 inches out of that. If I need face frame wood, I've got that. The only thing I don't know if I have enough for, and I'll probably go out and get a new piece of wood for it, is the door. Because I may just go search out a small piece of curly cherry for the panels. For the stiles themselves, you know, for the panel door, I got enough cherry. Got plenty enough cherry in these boards. So the next question is, we should probably get these things stacked up, but I'm definitely leaving the big boy on the table.
So, Paul Canadian said, the answer is no. You never have enough wood.
Well, I mean,
Hoarding is a good thing.
I mean, just because I'm going to be killing the cherry I have doesn't mean that it's going to not propagate. There will be more cherry. There definitely will be more cherry. because cherry is cheap where I live, so I will buy the piss out of it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And it does feel kind of weird knowing that this is my lumber shelf now, and my lumber shelf used to be twice the size of this, or actually almost 4 times the size of this. Before the flood, before the move, well actually not before the flood, just before the move, because I still had the same shelves after the flood. Just they were not my shelves, though. Okay. The shelf board goes on top. And the backboards are back here. Because I'm not cutting the shelves until I cut everything else. Or until I cut the top and the, because the top and the sides are going to dictate all the other dimensions. The backboard I'm just going to tongue and groove in like a beast. But I am stupid happy. Like, I know this will be enough shelves. Because it's like, I want to say 6 foot of board. So I only need like 3 shelves. We have survived. Okay, where's the other piece of walnut? There you are. As I've said before, never lay your wood just directly down on something. Always make sure there is a gap for air to flow around it. All right. Leg vise material can, I guess, live up here for now. We will make more stickers later. Okay. Wood has been sorted out. That's good.
Cat said, I come in and the first thing I hear is meow. I approve.
All right, so we have all of the wood sorted. And I'm going to tell you, I'm smart enough to not start cutting while hungover. So we'll keep it at that.
Chance said, hey guys. Cat said, easy.
Because the last thing you guys want is a grown man crying because he was overly ambitious while hungover. We did have a good time last night. It was good to see friends. We're gonna also do this so that I don't accidentally knock these here, there, and everywhere, because I do not want them going wherever they want. Okay, cool. And then wax needs to live here. Okay. You need to be put back up, back into your holster.
Also at _tall_Canadian.
What do we got here? Boop.
Chance said, make the cuts. What is the worst that can happen?
I'd have to find another really wide board of maple.
Never been spoken.
Yeah. What's Very
Tall
true, very
Canadian
true.
said, Tia at cat _le_sticki.
But in all seriousness, this was the only good wide board I could find of Cherry. I was like, I do need one wide board.
Roman crying because he was overly ambitious should be the permanent name of my stream. Laughing face.
Nice.
Cat said, of a.
All right. Okay, this
All the legends are gathered here.
I know, and this is kind of.
Pound. Free fall said, cat.
We're gonna shut this camera off. Actually, you can see my solar battery setup here. It's actually hooked up to. This is the solar cord going out that way. It's a giant mess on this side. See, you can even see the stream. I'll go ahead and.
Cat said, Clay Osh.
But I hate to cut you guys short, but
Tall Canadian.
sorting out.
I think that's the same bloody unit I have.
Yeah.
Cat
200.
blows the tip of the sword.
It's a 200p. Is that what you got, Tall?
Wait, I mean to cool it down.
Okay, the reason why I wanted to turn that camera off is you guys are still
You know,
here.
like in an old Western movie. Tall Canadian said, I may have the plus version, but yet. I also have the two big solar panels.
I've got a 350 watt solar panel out there to slowly charge me up.
Cat said, like when shots were fired.
Very true. Florida always needs backup
And
power.
then, Tall Canadian said, because Florida needs backup power.
No, I get you, Cat. I get you. All right, we're gonna start surfing on Twitch because, like I said, even though I am hungover, we got what I wanted to do done today. We assessed the fact that I'm pretty much good on wood, except maybe the panels for the panel door, which I can go get. I can go get a smaller piece of curly cherry for the panels. Let's see, we've got. Looks like Squilky. I don't know if they're actually doing anything crafty. Got Biking Viking. Oh no. Why no one stream? Legos.
Cat said, wait,
I can wait.
what are you doing?
I'm honestly at the point where I need to stop today. I'm looking into people to raid out to.
Tall Canadian said, I just checked. I have the AC200MAX.
Gotcha. So you've got the one with the big 220 volt?
But I just came in.
I'm sorry, Cat. I'm sorry. We can wait a little bit. Here. No. So you've got the one with the big 220 volter in it. I've just got the 6 outlets. I got the little model, the 200p. Still powerful.
The dog hut real quick or something.
I'm sorry, Cat.
Tall Canadian said, I got it on Black Friday. So
Ah.
it's pretty discounted.
Nice. I got mine around Mother's Day. There was a Mother's Day discount on that, but I bought it direct from Blue Eddy. Did Blue Eddy run a... Oh, you did the Black Friday one. Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
Paul said, should I redeem sharpening? Ha ha ball.
I mean, technically, if my brain will withstand it, I need to sharpen saws and everything. So, let's see if I can get something rolling here. Actually, technically, I do need to do some sharpening. All right, we'll do some actual woodworking for you guys, or some sort of. Okay, do not pull that out with it. Whew. All right, we will at least do this. I honestly do need to do this though, so not even, so we can do that. But guys, do look into Someone to raid out to. We're gonna just sharpen for a bit here. All right. Okay, take the panel gauge out because it is literally just taking up space in there. Oh, dang it. Now you guys know. I replaced the knob on this one. I actually probably should throw the knob out. Out of all my planes, this is the one knob that is dying from the flood. But I did replace it with something stupid. This is a reed brass knob. I just didn't want to get rid of the knob yet in case I wanted to sell this one and get a different number 6 for whatever reason. I don't know. Yes, a big old heavy chunker. It is a solid piece of brass. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, duh. Where is it? I know it's in the shop. I'm not trying to play games with you guys. I just don't. Oh yeah, duh. I know where it's at now.
Interesting. Where can you get this?
I got it from Wood by Right. I don't know if other places are selling reed plane parts, but I got it from James Wright, Wood by Right. That's with a W.
Thanks.
You do need to keep track if you have a tall knob or a short knob. All of my bench planes have tall knobs, so I didn't have to worry about that. I just bought the tall knob. There's another, that's a Phillips. There's another thing that I did buy. Is it over here? It's here somewhere.
Cat said, who is Paul?
Tall, T-A-L-L. If it's tall or a short knob.
You call him a knob.
Okay, I get what you're at.
Free Ball said, knowing your knob is important, haha sweat.
I know it is.
Cat said, there's a thunderstorm right over my house.
Well, be safe.
Here.
But yeah, this is something I probably should be doing because it's new project time. I haven't touched the planes in forever. I should probably get these guys going. So yeah, thank you for the idea. This is definitely something I should be doing. So this is something I also neglect every time I start a new project. So.
Free Ball said, are those stones or plates of some sort?
They're diamond plates. I use diamonds specifically for speed. Water stones, oil stones, they'll all do it. But you guys do not want to watch me on my water stones.
Cat said, SHH don't say that too loud. We don't want you to get robbed.
Oh.
Free Ball said, I'm tempted to get some diamond plates.
I would, if you're doing diamond, I would shell out the money for DMT.
53 Mug D.
Because they are consistently flat. I've bought cheap ones in the past, and whatever process they use.
Free Ball said, I typically use water stones.
Yeah.
It takes so long.
Yeah, not gonna lie, like a lot of people are like I don't diss on water stones.
Said, I used to use a grindstone. It was quick.
Yeah, I don't understand why people like dis on water stones. They do take a while, but I can actually get a better edge off of one water stone. I have a cuticle, a Belgian cuticle. I can get a better edge off of that than I can the diamonds, but I don't want to spend 30 minutes sharpening one tool. That is, so the cuticle is specifically for my razors, which, I mean, I haven't shaved in what, 3 years? Let's get this back up. Since we didn't quit streaming, let's get you guys another camera. Diamonds have the advantage of cutting fast. That's really all they have. And you'll pay sweet, sweet money for them. But they also last a good while too. You were duller than dishwater. That or, okay, never mind, that's just sludge.
Chance said, everyone develops their own ritual for sharpening.
Yeah, so like, one day maybe I'll do a sharpening stream where I pull out the cuticle and like razors. Because that's fun. There are two different schools of thought on how to do razor sharpening. There's the put the stone in front of you and go, and then there's put the stone in your hand and go. The idea behind put the stone in your hand is you're not supposed to use a lot of pressure because you can bend the razor's edge. It's a good way to gauge if you're using too much pressure. Is to put it in your hand. In fact, like most finishing stones for razors, mower time. Most finishing stones for razors, this wide, that long, they're meant to be in your hand. I don't know if you were around. Oh, there we go. It's closing in. Good. I don't know if you were here a couple years ago when we did the JDRF stream and we raised enough money on my stream to get me to shave down to just a mustache on camera. But I shave with straight razors when I do shave because I can go from this down to clean in a swipe. Sorry about the noise. There we go. There we go, a little bit less lawn mowy. But yeah, it's one of those things that like, when you know when you're taught how to shave, you like, with a straight razor, you know what sharp is. So like, ooh yeah, that's getting deadly. Yeah, I got some point in time get my draw knife up to standard.
Blade is gonna be so proud when it can finally say I am the sharpest tool in the shed. Paul said, do you use all original blades in your blade?
No.
Or have you updated any?
This is an original. I guess you can kind of tell it's original. But let me get it out here for you guys. Nope. How are you looking back there? Okay. Just wanted to inspect how the buildup under the frog was. At the moment. No, I can't believe this. Go. Oh, you way out of whack. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, so brass knob. It's, I don't know if it's going to help, but it's fun. So the only plane I don't have the original blades in is my number 4. This is my dad's, but it came to me in very bad condition. So I'll go ahead and regale you of the tale. This is my dad's Stanley Bailey number 4. I believe I dated it back to 1910 or something like that. The blade is not original anymore. And that is because Dad lost this plane. He had it in his workshop. He put it on a shelf. It got shoved around by other tools and stuff, fell behind the shelf, and became lost. One second before we put that thing back up. So, he had a nice Stanley, fell behind the shelf, got lost, couldn't find it anywhere. We're doing this level of maintenance, I might as well oil the planes as well, not just wax the bottom, but oil them. So he bought Lee Nielsen to replace it because he didn't want to have to find a new one. I mean, like,
Why do you never see vampires in
Why not?
Because they are scared of holy water.
God, the mower is just going to drive me nuts. Dad eventually found it 10 years later, you know, like buried in sawdust and everything, and he gave it to me. So this is my first true hand tool besides like a saw. And I had to restore it basically. I had to strip off a bunch of rust and, you know, get it good and proper and tuned up. But with my background with knowing how to shave with straight razors, I looked at the edge of the blade and I knew there was no way, unless I just cut like half the blade off and hoped that I didn't have devil's spit on it that far up in the blade. It was corroded beyond redemption. So this is actually a modern Stanley blade on my smoother, believe it or not. It's literally the modern equivalent, bought directly from Stanley, or not directly from Stanley, but it's manufactured by Stanley. So this is just a modern Stanley blade on a really old smoother. Okay, I think he's moving to the front yard. Love you, Joe, but you're mowing when I'm streaming. One more run. So yeah, this is the only one that doesn't have originals in it. And that's because there was no saving the original. You can kind of tell it's not original because this is a ground blade. You can see all the grinding marks on it.
I've never used the modern Stanley stuff. I assume it was okay.
There's mixed opinions on the modern stuff, but this is the blade is perfectly fine. This is not a modern Stanley body though.
That said, I love my huge Stanley rib saw. 3 ball set. I understand.
I mean, in my mind, what's better? Put a modern blade in a vintage tool that you already have, or try and use the vintage blade knowing that it's going to do more damage to the wood than good. And so like, I have no problem throwing a modern blade in. It's just, I also don't see a point in doing it if the blade is good. If the blade is still good in the tool, use the one that's there. That's more of a cost-saving measure though. I mean, like, why buy another blade when I already have it?
I've used hawk replacement blades. Rumor has it that they were recently acquired by Veritas.
I think they were, yeah. Okay. I think they were indeed. So I think after getting the 3 bench planes up to snuff, we'll probably call it.
I actually talked to Ron Hawk on the phone one time.
Oh, nice.
Interesting guy.
I might, depending on who goes to Handworks in Amana, Iowa, I might get to talk to the old man of Lee Nilsson. I know Lee Nilsson's going to be there, but I don't know if Thomas Lee Nilsson will be there. I'm just very, very pumped for being able to see Roy Underhill.
He's got to be getting up there.
Yeah. Might rib them and say, hey, you still got that left-hand shooting plane out of stock. You wanna make a left-hand shooting plane? And then I will promptly sell the right-hand one. Or you never know, I might keep the right and the left and make a double-sided shooting board so that I can shoot all angles. Okay, before we get too far, get some oil on the blade. All right, get this one to be a hair's breadth. All right. Before
I
we...
had a nap, in case you said anything important in the last 45 seconds.
No, nothing important. Okay. Put some oil on the exposed surfaces. Drop you in. I'm trying to be careful not to drop the oily stuff on the cherry because I am an idiot and doing this right on top of the show cherry. There we go. I'm getting some gunk out of the plane. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hate myself too, because I am oiling the planes. I usually just wax them. Mental note to self, run my planes on a piece of pine before I run it on the cherry. Because it's gonna streak. Oh wow. Who's the work?
No worries. All of us love you enough to compensate for your self-hate. Tongue sticking out.
Okay. Yeah, who can? Number 5 must be the workhorse of the family. I will say this, the old Stanley blades are much thicker than the modern ones. Because you were asking about modern versus contemporary. So like I may eventually put a hawk blade.
Baby eating O'Brien?
Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Aye.
All right, what do we got here? Who's following? Oh, thank you for the follow, Phonic Ray. We're actually getting close to the end of the stream here. We're kind of just filling time by sharpening. But feel free to introduce yourself. If you don't mind me asking, what brought you into the stream? My name's Wes. This is Plain Old Woodworking. We do hand tool woodworking projects on stream. All right. And right now even though I'm going to be working on a shaker cupboard, we're just sharpening blades for the next stream. Ah.
I was looking for woodworking and crafting streams.
Well, if you don't mind me advertising for a bit here, I'm.
That said, you've come to the right place.
I am part of what's also called the Craftsman's Guild. If I can, there should be. I think it's like exclamation point guild.
Supported platform on the internet.
Yeah. And it'll bring up. There are plenty of other woodworkers on Twitch. We've got, let's see, Boyd's Custom Fab does a lot of turning and resin pours. We've got, sorry, I'm going to be rattling stuff off here. Way Cool Wood does a lot of hand carving. I mean, there is Brock's. I mean, he's probably the most well-known wood.
77 said, "Two don't know how Twitch works yet, lol."
That's all right. Let's see if I can get this here for you. Because I do have a command to bring up at least the Discord for the Craftsman's Guild, and it's really just a Discord of a bunch of. Okay, is that the Discord? That's my personal Discord. Let's see if I've got. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. But as far as I can think, did we do it? You've been doing shout outs. Okay, cool. But feel free to join over there, and we can get you hooked up with the rest of the guild at that point, and we'll figure it out. Apparently, I don't have a. Maybe it's in the socials. I don't know. For what it's worth, I do also have an Instagram where I post pictures of updates to all of my projects if you're interested in that as well. Okay. Luckily, the number 5 is literally the one plane I have to care about the least about closing the edge. But, oh, that number 5 is going to be sharp. Because this is my scrub plane. The number 5 is my scrub plane, so it's got a heavily cambered iron, which is why I'm making that weird circular motion while sharpening it, because I have to sharpen the curve in the iron. This will be the sharpest the 5's been in years, because it could be dull as dishwater and it can still do the scrub plane job. But glad to have you in. And like I said, I feel kind of bad because we are going to be ending soon. But we'll see if we can get you over to another woodworker. If only Mecha were streaming. Perhaps he is. We don't know. But he is more of a metal worker, but it would still be pretty interesting. Okay. And now we oil. Oil. Oil.
No worries. At least I found someone not putting together Legos.
That's the hard part. Sunday is literally Lego day for whatever reason. Like, it's very hard for me to stream out, or raid out to...
I am trying to remember everybody who used to stream woodworking LUL.
Unfortunately, a lot of the ones that I liked watching, oh no, have taken hiatus. Like, you know, well, I mean, Avarian is here. He streams woodworking. I think, right? Correct? My brain... Well, I mean, there's other things like... there are some people who moved and they just haven't picked back up. And then, pretty sure Freefall also does. Okay, we got to put you somewhere that's not on the cherry.
Been very hit or miss lately.
Yeah, but definitely Boyd will have woodworking, and he's pretty Oh, I could have swore you did.
Cat said, legit first time I shout myself out LUL.
Yes, also, yeah.
All Canadian said, I stream like 20 times a year LUL.
And that's above the minimum for the Craftsman's Guild. I think, what is it? Once a month?
Avarian said, 38C, 100F, in the shop right now, so not out here for longer than an hour.
Ah. All right. You have been reassembled. Jeez. Everything's oiled. Everything's oiled and jumping around in my hands. Luckily, you didn't shatter, because you are old cast.
I'm active in Discord, but I don't have the equipment or know how to actually stream.
Ah, we can get you there. That's no excuse. No, I'm just joking. Okay.
Tall Canadian said, I need to clean up my linear setup and stream some of the leather work I've been doing since it's too hot out.
All right. Let's Get the oil rag put up so I don't accidentally get that on the board any more than it already has. And it's really just 3-in-1 oil, so there's no combustibility or anything with that stuff. Okay. So let's see if we can find a woodworker to raid out to.
Cat said, at Free Fall Clash they say if you have a phone you can stream.
You can, I'm not going to say the best, because I tried to stream from my phone at one point in time when we were having a lot of...
77 said, I have the ones you posted so far. This is a good start.
All right, well, no, I'm just going to see if we can raid out to one. See who we got. We got...
said, they do say that.
Legos. More Legos.
Cat said, this is where everybody is it.
Yeah, it does look like it. I mean, we could also go over to Biking Viking.
Hammer said, thanks for the stream.
Oh, you're welcome, Sledge. You're welcome.
Free Fall said, I have a phone and a 5-year-old iPad. Cat said,
Okay.
the big sledgehammer welcome in.
I
Followed by uneasy face.
All right.
Chance said, good stream.
Thank you guys for stopping in. I think we're gonna raid out Biking Viking. He is in the shop. He's probably working on his storage solutions like always. All right.
Thanks for the stream, sir.
So let's get this in here. Boop, raid.
Standing Leather said, good morning.
Hey, TW. Viking.
Cat said, TW.
You actually caught me right as we're about to raid out. We're going to be saying hello to Biking Viking here. I'm absolutely sorry about that.
Thanks for the stream.
Oh, you're welcome, Drum. You're welcome.
Standing Leather said, all right, good to see you for a moment.
That's all right. We'll be more productive next stream when I actually break out the saws instead of just...
everybody coming in at the end, LUL?
That's what usually happens. So guys, have a good one, and I'll stick around for the raid and say hello to Biking for me.